Hi, my name is Phil Compton, and welcome to MAT 210. This is Intro to Statistics. I wanted to take a few minutes and just show you around the course, show you Canvas just a little bit, and show you how you can go ahead and get started on getting your book and your first week's assignments. So as you can see, we will be using Pearson's My Math Lab. You'll be able to link to that through section 1.1 homework, so you don't have to go out. You can look for your own access code if you want. You're welcome to do that. You might be able to find it cheaper, but this is nice because there's just kind of one click through and you'll be able to get there. We have an introduction video from our provost. If you haven't been in an online course before, I would encourage you to go down and check all this stuff out. Anytime you email me, please make sure that you include your first and last name and what class you're in. I teach several classes, and it's always just nice when I know exactly what it is. And make sure you use the name that I see in Canvas as well, especially if you have to go looking for a grade. If you go by one name, but your Canvas name is another, please make sure that I can find that easily. We do have a to-do list over here. This is where you're going to want to kind of check stuff out all the time and see what you have coming up. We'll check out our syllabus. There's a number of things in here I want to draw your attention to. First of all, we have our assignment weights. You'll notice that your discussion posts, you're going to have 2 discussion questions each week, and then you also have to respond to 3 discussion posts. And so in total, that's 25% of your grade. If you think about that, that's a very large chunk of your grade, which means I have pretty high expectations for what these posts are. Okay, I don't want you to just look at it and throw something together and be like, that's pretty good. Like, this is 25% of your grade. So you can come down here and you can get a downloadable syllabus. We have an outline, all the stuff we're doing. I do have a spreadsheet that has all of the time on the homework and the videos, so you can kind of see that week by week. I'll even pull that up here. You can see that we've got each section, how long the video lesson is. You can see it's a real short video in the first one, and then the homework time takes on average about 15 minutes. And so the total week 1 is only an hour 30, but that's just for the videos and the homework assignments. So that doesn't include discussion questions. That doesn't include if we have tests or if you need to go back and redo some things. So this is just kind of an average amount of time. I do have the homework set up that you can redo it as many times as you want to get full credit and get that perfect score. If you do something late, if you get anything turned in late, it's 50% off. So this is something that you can kind of check out so you can kind of see what your week is going to look like. I also have on here all of the discussion questions so that if you are going to be out of town some week and you want to kind of work ahead just a little bit, you can. You can't post your discussion question until the week that it's due. And obviously you can't post your responses to people's discussion questions until after they post theirs. So that kind of throttles back and keeps everyone moving at the same pace, but you can absolutely work ahead a little bit on your homework, especially on some of those weeks maybe where they get a little bit harder. I've pared down the homework questions as much as I possibly can. This is still a 3 credit hour class doing it in 8 weeks. There's a sizable amount of time that you are going to want to spend on this to make sure you understand it. If you don't understand something when you watch the video the first time, you may need to go and look up some other videos or find a study group. You can request tutoring here. You can find other videos on YouTube. There's all kinds of extra things. All you got to do is Google search that topic. You can ask me. But this is a complicated subject. This is, it's a 200 level math class. So don't expect to just understand everything the very first time you see it. It's going to take a little bit of time. But we do have everything, all the assignments are in here for you to check out. You're going to be spending the majority of your time over here in the modules. And so if this is your first online class, you're probably going to want to go through all these. I would encourage you to have a TI-83 or TI-84 as all the videos demonstrate using that. I also have all the links to those in here. You can get an emulator online. There's a number of places where you can do that. You can do all of this stuff on just about any type of graphing calculator, but this does have nice videos to show you how to do everything. If you have a different type of calculator, like I use Casio's myself, and so you can just Google search, Casio, and then, one sample t-test, or whatever it is we're doing. You guys can find videos how to do all that. I'll have an announcement. It's usually pretty short every week. I'll post that either on Sunday or Monday. You guys can check out the learning outcomes. That's just what we're doing. We do have our DQs. Make sure you get the first one posted no later than Wednesday. It'll open up on Monday, and make sure it gets posted by Wednesday night in order to get full credit. And please follow the directions. You're supposed to have 250 words. I'm not going to go through and necessarily do a word count, but if it looks short, then it's going to draw my attention to it. All right, your participation, that comes from responding. Again, that's a 150 word count. Again, I'm not going to copy and paste and check the word count, but if it's short, like that's when you're going to draw my attention. Don't, oh, by the way, just copying the question down, rephrasing the question, that doesn't count in your words. Just restating something that someone else said, that doesn't count. Okay, don't just say, oh, I really like when you said this, and then you have a whole paragraph and like, oh, cool, I got 150 words. No. The idea of the participation is for you to advance the conversation in some way. Again, this is a good chunk of the class. This is 25% of your grade between these DQs, so make sure you're doing those. And then we do have the actual assignments. So when you go to these assignments, these are linked to MyMathLab. The first time you do this, you'll end up going through here. You've got to accept this, and you can purchase it directly through here. I want to say, I think it's like $86. I'm not going to go through and create a whole new account for you guys on this video, but it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like $86. I don't think it's much more than that. And that's where you'll do all your assignments. So if you have any questions, if you think any of the dates are off, please make sure to contact me. I do my best to go through and check these. But if you think something shouldn't be due, or I have something wrong, let me know. If you have a problem, let me know. You should be working at your own pace, but you've got to keep up with my pace. That's the bottom line. So you can always kind of work ahead, just don't get behind. If you do turn in anything late, then that's 50% off. So there's homeworks and tests and DQs, and that's going to get us all the way to the end of the class. Please plan on spending an appropriate amount of time on this material and on extra stuff. The DQs, there's a lot of videos that I'm having you watch or link out to and say, hey, maybe check this out. What do you think about this? So there's a fair amount of time involved. Remember, it's a 3 credit hour class in a short week, or in a shortened semester, so there's a lot of stuff. All right, guys, I look forward to working with you, and have a great day. Good luck. Let me know if you have any problems.